This video is for the introduction to my final media project. My name is Dan Armstrong, and I want to explain some of the pieces that were in the rubric for the final project and kind of set you up a little bit so you understand what's going to happen in my video. I was given a classroom that was run by the legend teacher prior to me, and it's all video and graphic design in the classroom, very heavily involved in technology. So this has been a unique experience for me to be able to take a look at the classroom and decide how that needed to be changed to meet the needs of my students in today's current environment, to meet the needs of articulation agreements and professional technical accreditation issues, and all of that kind of thing needed to be addressed. Our software was out of date, our computers were out of date, all of that needed to be re-looked at. So this project is a very significant, I think, work to give a teacher maybe that wants to teach graphics or multimedia, doesn't have the time to do all the research. This project contains the research of kind of what needs to happen in that type of classroom to give kind of an optimal setting. It is organized around my situation because one of my goals was to resolve a real world problem, to solve the issue, not just band-aid solution it, but to create an environment that would actually solve the problem. So with the help of my students and some design, throughout the process I would explain to them, these are the things that need to go in the design. These are the types of colors you need to be using in your posters. Explaining it was all based on this brain-based learning theory and articulation agreements as well as professional technical education. So all these things were given to the students to kind of help them design. So as I did the research, they were given more to go into their project. And so it's been a continual, almost full semester project of putting together this classroom model so that it's based on the way the brain works and how the traffic should flow in the classroom, where the teacher should be located, where are we going to present, all those kind of things. So also in this, I want to talk about the creation of this project and preparing the future for me. This is a classroom that was in a pretty bad state that needed a lot of work. Photoshop 1.0 was pulled out of some of the cabinets. I found an original Oregon Trail game in the silicone wrapping still that had never been used. I mean, there was that many old things, computers with 250 megahertz processors that were used last year in 2008. So a lot of those things needed updated to bring us to current articulation agreements. So the rationale for all of this is real world. I mean, the students weren't getting what they needed with what we had. It was being taught, but it's like, you can teach 5-year-old software, that's great. What are the students going to do with that when they leave your classroom? We have teachers that are still teaching Office 2003. The world has moved on to Office 2007, and now your students aren't getting anything beneficial from your classroom because there's nothing new to them. They're leaving going, well, now I have to start all over with new software that I never learned. So that was kind of the rationale for this project. It is different than some projects that are probably going to be presented in these weeks coming, but mine is unique because my situation's unique. And there's a lot of teachers in my situation that need help to understand where to go first. And I chose the physical environment and the classroom and the technology in it to give me a foundation that I could actually teach from. Because right now there's not any teaching that can happen because the computers can't run and process what the students need to be able to process to do graphic design and video. So this project was created as a general overview of good things that could be done in a classroom such as this to create a better environment.